And can you guess what it is? I don't think you can, because this under here is, as soon as I get the tarp off, a old rusty Mower riding mower that had a wasp in it. Mower riding mower. He's over there. He's trying to kill me. Look at him, just sitting there. But anyway, this is what I believe to be a 1981 Mower mower. According to the owner, he got it from someone who said it had been sitting for a long time and ran when parked. It is missing, but I've done a bit of examination. It's missing a fuel tank, and under the hood here, it likes to fall open. Under the hood here, we've got what looks to be a new carb, but it didn't have any air filter on it, so it looks like stuff got in. You can see the fuel line's been cut, and that's where there's supposed to be a fuel tank. And then, yeah, it has its key, which is good, but nothing happens. I think the battery's dead. We're going to need to put a new one. We're going to need to put a new one in there. But yeah, it's got a new carb, so that's good though. It's a 36-inch with 11 horsepower, brings and stride. This basically looks to be just a bigger version of what I've already worked on. It does spin. I made sure to check that. And see over here, we've got all of our stuff. It's a 36-inch blade. But yeah, I did a bit of digging. Let's see, here's the battery. We're gonna have to take that out. I already started, but then I realized I need to film. And then as you see here, here's all the model number and stuff. But according to that, I'm pretty sure it is a 1988, which means it's pretty old. It has a weird thing of steering. It'll steer right. Let me close the hood and put the seat down. It'll steer right, and then it will steer left until it's straight again, and then it will just kind of skip once it's straight again, which is weird. It doesn't do anything with the key. It doesn't even try to do anything. Nothing comes on. There appears to be some jankiness going on with wires and stuff. And yeah, we're gonna need to get some kind of external fuel supply for this. And it looks like it's also missing, let me open this again. It looks like it's missing a part of the carburetor, because if I do the throttle, the little flap inside doesn't move, and it looks like this linkage for it isn't hooked up to anything. So we're going to need to find, something about that. And this thing probably hasn't been tuned at all, which is a bit of an annoyance. But yeah, otherwise, pretty much everything's here. So this is going to be fun. But yeah, I'm going to get started with taking that old battery out, and we're going to need to get a new one at some point, so I'll start with that. Okay, so I figured out it is a 12-volt battery, I'm pretty sure, so we're going to try and get one of those, and I'll be back when I have one to see if any of the electrical system works. I know the headlights don't work because they aren't hooked up, so it's unfortunate. And there's the wasp again. Why is it here? Okay, I need to deal with that thing. Figure out something to do with it. Dude, spiders, this thing's only been here for a day. You lay off of it, you've already got spiders webs everywhere. And I hate spiders. Hey guys, so basically the story with the mower is that I wanted a new project and we needed something cheap and easy to do. So we saw this on Facebook Marketplace, $120, talked them down to $60, drove an hour to get it, and then here we are. However, it wasn't all that straightforward. The Suburban decided to be a little prick, and decided to say it had no oil pressure. When it did, but made us panic because we thought it had no oil pressure. So we overfilled it with oil. So then we had to take it to get, oil changed again. But then basically, the reason it didn't show any oil pressure was because the gauge stopped working. Because we've been driving it for weeks now and it's fine. It's super annoying. It's like, come on, Suburban, really? But anyway, we drove like an hour to get it, then drove an hour back, and it was fine. So yeah, we have a mower now. Go. Leave. Be gone. Be gone from my mower. Be gone. Go away. I hate you. I hate about you, spider. Go away. Go away. Hey guys, so I'm still waiting for the battery, so we're gonna try cleaning the thing because it's dirty. And I'm gonna put a towel in the exhaust and a towel in the open carb, so then it doesn't get any water in it. And then we'll go ahead and give it a pressure wash. All right, well, here goes nothing. I'll be back when I'm done. Hey, well, today is currently the hottest day of the year, so that's fun. But as you can see, I pressure washed the mower, and it looks marginally better. It's better than it was, though. You can see there's a bunch of junk down here, but that just fell back down after I washed it, and then the pressure washer ran out of gas, and we don't have any gas around here. So we're going to need to get some of that at some point, but it's fine. But it definitely looks better. I wouldn't say it looks good. It's just, it's better. That's what I'd say. But anyway, I don't know if I said it last night, or not last night, yesterday, but I robbed this off a mower from a friend who wasn't using a mower anymore, and this, compared to hose sizes, and is literally the same size as a hose, little bit of hose that's on the carburetor. So this should work perfectly as just a little tank we can use for while we're trying to get it running. So I'm going to try and put that on right now. So first we got to get this old bit of hose off here. So we got to take off the hose clamp that's on it. And this screwdriver is too big. We'll get another one. Alright, so this little guy does fit, so let's go ahead and take off that hose clamp. Ah, bad at life. Pretty sure I can just turn it off my hand. Oh yeah, I can. Yeah. Go. Let's see. Come on. Oh, it's so close. I gotta turn some more of this. It's hard doing this with one hand. I need to invest in a tripod. There, that's off. And now, just, oh God, okay, I'm gonna put the camera down. That's on there. And there we go, I got it on there. It fits literally perfectly. So now I'll just need to get some gas at some point. And also, unfortunately, I had the pressure wash last night, and it ran out of gas before I could finish cleaning back there, so that's really dirty. Also, I just noticed that that's like a it's like a starter solenoid back there, so hopefully that's okay and not in need of any kind of repair. I also noticed last night there is just a red wire here that kind of just, I'm sorry, there's kind of just a red wire here that kind of just goes nowhere. And I'm wondering where that's supposed to go. So I'm gonna have to try and figure that out. So, you know, I guess hopefully that fuse up there isn't blown. That'd be nice for that switch. And then, yeah, hopefully it's not blown. Also, yeah, I wonder what that red wire is actually for. To plug in my ear. But yeah, I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna go over here and look and see if I can figure out what that wire is actually for. So it goes there, and it goes into this loom. There's no real kind of definite thing that could tell me what this wire actually is for. Is it a little annoying? So I'm gonna figure that out. But I'm sure it won't be that hard. And maybe it will just run without it. Also, the spiders have come back. Can the spiders just not? And they just go away? They're really annoying. Also, I'm probably going to want to check the oil on this thing. But for now, I'm sure it's fine. But at some point, I'm definitely going to want to check it. So, yeah. But, anyway, that's enough for now. There's more spiders. But, for now, I'm just going to wait till the battery gets more spiders. I'm just going to wait till the battery gets here. And then we'll do more. Well, guys, it's time to do the battery thing. It just rained, so it feels really good out here. And also, annoyingly, Amazon took like 2 extra days to deliver the battery, so. But, anyway, we're going to put the battery in here now. And, okay, it's that way. Okay, I need to put the camera down. I need your hands so I can move the cables. Goodbye. Well, I put it on there. Let's see if it tries to start. Let's go. Try to start. Do we have an amp meter? No. However, it does want to start, which is good. Oh, I forgot to clean that out. I'm sure it's fine if I just do a little bit. Just let it try for a bit. I smell a smell. It's a horrible noise. I need to figure out this linkage. Okay, so I need to, I think, put a wire through there, then hook it onto there. I think I could do that. Let's go. Frank. If I come over here. Hey, we're gonna try and start it now. It's moving faster than it was. So it's definitely trying. Let me move it to, hey, it wants it in choke and it's depressing the pedal. Let's try that. Nope. Well, it's not actually, wait, is it not in choke mode? It runs! I wasn't expecting that. It worked so well. Also, I need to make sure not to leave it on. Well, bye. We did. Alright, we're gonna try and make it move now. So let's see if it will shift. It moves. For a bit. I don't really know what I was doing. I just kind of did things. I put it. Mosquito. Let's try that again. It's interesting. So it shifts, and then it just kind of stops moving. It's really weird. There's another just loose piece of copper wire that was shoved in there. That I just also shoved in there. And it still makes a connection. So that's impressive. Also, Dad, if you want to see that one rust hole, it's right here. There's a small rust hole right below the rubber mat. You see where it's kind of did it. And there is one dent right here. But I'm sure we could probably bump that out. Nothing an old hammer can't fix. I want to get the lights working though. That'd be cool. I think we should make it mow. Then we should get everything working. So now that we're backed up, I guess we can now try the forward gears. Let's see. It's in neutral. Gotta make sure of that. Actually, what if the lights just work without an electrical connection? You never know.
Does it have a brake?
Oh, now it doesn't start. What happened? Oh, wait. What happened? Did I drain your battery somehow? Oh. Safety. Safety features.
Yeah, throttle up. Give it some gas. Not that high.
It doesn't have brakes. It doesn't brake. Might need to do something about that. Because I mean, like, it stops moving, but that's only because of the clutch. It doesn't move, but that's only because the clutch is in. Because this is also the clutch.
What's supposed to be the brake?
It's the brake and the clutch. Look, clutch/brake. To start engine and to brake. It's really odd. I don't know why they couldn't just put one pedal over here and one pedal over here. That exhaust is very loud. That hole might need to be covered up. I don't know if it's that little hole that's making a ton of noise, but it's very loud. Also, you want something funny? I forgot to clean the carburetor before I started it. The first time, so it didn't care.
It just started anyway?
Yeah. It did not care. Well, yeah, also.
That could be a problem.
Yeah, the steering is
It leaves a little to be desired.
still a little weird.
As long as you're okay going right, you're okay.
We only make the correct turns here, okay? Because we're always right. This thing is always right, all the time. But then some left when you need to make yourself not turn right. But then no left. And it's actually kind of interesting. It's basically a gear. Like I looked at it under here, and like under it, it's literally just a gear, like 2 gears under there. So I think it's just skipping on the gear, because that's kind of what it sounds like. And I think maybe there's just something jamming it. Because, well, I mean, see, it does turn. It doesn't want to turn left. So I don't think it's a problem with this itself, because it just sounds like it's skipping a gear, like it's getting stuck.
Yeah.
It sounds like, it just seems like this just doesn't want to turn left. Also, I still don't know what this is. It just exists.
I used to know what that was for, and I can't remember. It's been too long.
Maybe. Also those little bits of plastic.
There's another mosquito over there.
At one point, and this slides.
You see that mosquito?
Oh. Got it. I think. But yeah. So we're gonna need to. I think part of the issue with this is the belts have just kind of gone a bit sloppy. It's like everything is just kind of a bit not tight anymore. Because, you know, these are old. Let me just... Can you go on the other side real quick? Oh, let's hit his compression up there. Is it turning?
Yeah.
Okay, good. That means that, in theory, the blade would work. something I'm a little sad about. It just doesn't work. I'm pretty sure. But okay, don't sit on the seat at an angle. But either the thing draws like 0 amps or it doesn't work. Because the needle moves, but that also just might be the whole thing going and making it move. But yeah, it works.
You need a knob for the throttle.
Yeah, it's missing one. I never noticed that actually. I just kind of thought it was like this. I guess that makes a bit more sense. It's probably a knob.
Mm-hmm.
My best idea is just wrap a bunch of tape around it. I don't know. What else do you have?
Order a new knob.
Dude, I've looked. Parts are non-existent for this thing.
Get creative.
I know, that's what I'm saying, ball tape.
3D print a new knob.
See, that sounds like a job for you. You know more about that 3D printer than I do.
I think you could do it.
Also, apparently the normal pressure in these tires is like 20, 30 PSI. Also, these two are 2 different tires. Look at the brands on them. They're 2 different tires. Well, actually, no. You see why this one looks so much worse? This is a 2-ply. This one's a 4-ply.
What does that mean?
It's just strengthened tire, basically.
Huh.
So that's why I think this one looks so much worse than this one.
They're not exactly the same size either.
Well, they look pretty close. I think it's just the treads are different. And I think I think what it is that one has a lot more air in it. If you look at it, it looks like it's more just an inflation problem. Also, we can tow things with this. Got tow thing. There's a little hole. But yeah, it works. So that's good.
It's on the way.
Hey guys, so I've just been out here just looking at things, figuring out where I need spare parts and other parts and stuff. And I think I figured out a couple things. So first of all, you can see that plug down here. That used to be up here, just kind of hanging about. And I noticed that down there, and well, that plugged right into it. So I assume it's probably supposed to be. Then also, I figured out that there's like a little actuator switch here for a PTO, I think, a PTO. I don't know if that works or not, and I don't know really how to tell if it's working or not. Then another thing I noticed is that this red wire used to be kind of like over here, kind of flopping about. Then I noticed this tie down, which kind of goes over here, and I was looking at some wiring diagrams. And apparently there's just like one wire for headlights a little bit, basically. And so I think what's happened is basically it's just been taken off by something, I don't know. And now it just needs to be plugged back in, but it doesn't have a plug on the end, so that's gonna be an issue. I've been just kind of looking at a bunch of things, figuring things out. It kind of sounds like the brakes work, because if I put it in gear, I can hear nothing. Wait, that's weird. Normally it would get stuck. If I don't. Wait. Okay, now it doesn't move. You see, it doesn't move. But then if I put this on, I wonder if that's brakes. Maybe. I've also figured out something else about the steering, how it kind of only goes one direction. Well, I figured it out. So now see, it only wants to see how it actually, wait. No, cut. Wait a minute, I did a stupid, and I was thinking I was turning left. I was turning right, so I thought I fixed it. Never mind, I'm done. I'll be back in a bit when I look at some more stuff. But actually, well, before I go, I've just been kind of just looking around at things, basically. So I'm just going to keep doing that and figuring more things out. I was doing a bit of investigating over here by the seat, and well, it's a little weird. So, first of all, there's these like numbers scraped in here. I have no idea what those are for. But then, it's weird. So, there's these holes down here, which I think this thing used to, well, I think first of all, this thing's a bit out of line, because look where the springs are and that. I feel like they're supposed to be moved further back, like, yeah, because they're supposed to be just under here. And then, also, those things, right there, those bolts, have bits of rusted metal around them like they used to be bolted to this. And they used to bolt like right here or something. So it's a little weird. I don't understand. There's also this, which I just noticed. I have no idea what that's for. But I do know that it's probably never going to come out again. Actually, it might be like an adjustment bolt for something. I don't know. I was doing a bit of investigating with the mower deck. This is how you like put it down. Sorry, my fingers in the way. And then this allows you to adjust how high or how low you want it to stay. As you can see, if I turn it, moves that, right? You can see it moving. And that moves up and down, so then when you do that, it depends on how it basically makes your thing go lower or higher. I've also just noticed I've knocked a bit of leather off the seat. No, so I have no idea what this is. There was another one as well that also came off. These were just off when we got it. No idea where they came from, but they were just kind of sitting on the trailer. But you can see right here, there's something going on here, but I don't know what that is. Then on this side, this looks like a piece of one of those. And it's rusted. It's like worn itself off, and it moves with the brake pedal. Which is weird. I think I could probably get the ammeter working if I just clean up its contacts right there, because those look a little iffy. And I need to clean this thing again. And fuel tanks are really expensive for this thing, apparently. They're like $130 for one. Bug. But it's ridiculous. But I'm gonna have to figure out how to get one cheaper than that, which is gonna be kind of annoying, because I can't keep this. This is just for now. Till then. Also, I really desperately need a new muffler. There's actually 2 big holes in it. There's one there. It's hot. I was running it earlier. And there's one there. And this is an official Briggs & Stratton muffler. You can see through the rest there. You can see the logo. But any muffler I look for, there's 3 different types, but none of the 3 types look good. There's a yellow jacket. Run! Ah! Okay, come back later when the yellow jacket is gone, because I don't have the best history with yellow jackets, and I don't really want to talk about it. Okay, guys, so this video is going to be cut a little short because it's going on a bit too long. So I'm going to be back with part 2 next week, or hopefully next week if I can get parts. But yeah, so bye-bye.